Alright, we are live. Sorry I'm 6 minutes late. By the time I hold on. Yeah, so by the time I got home and got some string cheese to just snack on after my workout, it was 2 minutes past the start time, so that's why I'm a little late. But anyway, today we'll be doing Pokemon Leafgreen with Electrode. We'll be doing Magneton as a video on Friday. And if you're wondering why last Friday didn't have a video, we had a power outage while I was recording the run and I lost all the footage. You may be thinking, well, couldn't you just played it again? I was in the Elite Four of a 2-hour run. I didn't want to do it again. It was just very bad timing. Anyway, compared to Magneton, I think Electrode is going to be a lot easier. In fact, let me show you something. Here's the solo deck software. Here's Electrode's moveset. We start off with Sonic Boom and Tackle, which is very good. And if you're wondering, we could use Charge to boost our special defense. In Generation 3, it did not boost your special defense by one stage. That effect was introduced in Generation 4. So it's honestly just kind of useless. Like, you're better off using 2 electric moves rather than 1 charge and 1 electric move. Pretty much. And throughout the rest of the levels, check it out, Generation 3 was when they actually gave this line an electric move by level up, Spark. Granted, it is not Thunderbolt, but Thunderbolt's pretty easy to get the game corner. Then we get Rollout, which could be useful, Light Screen, Swift, Mirror Coat. For some reason in the solo deck software, it has those moves as a power of 1. Well, that makes sense. Electrode is a ball. Sure is. It's going to be faster than Jolteon for sure. Jolteon had a very bad Brock. Yeah, speaking of Jolteon, here's my Leafgreen leaderboard right now. You may be wondering, why isn't this on a tier list? Well, here's my tier list for Leafgreen right here. And here's the problem. I have 46 runs in this. Technically 45, because that shiny Beedrill run was kind of something different. But yeah, it's going to take a while to put all these in. But if you're interested in the different tier thresholds I made under 50 minutes S tier, 55, 1 hour, 105, 110, 120, 130, 140. Basically over 140 would be Bruno tier. And here's the thing with my leaderboard. Over 140, that would put like Wingull, Umbreon, like this would put all of these Pokemon in the Bruno tier. And I'm thinking, you know, that's a pretty big Bruno tier. Like, I'm kind of wondering if I should adjust the thresholds a little bit. Because if it's 130 to 140, that'd be a Surge tier. I don't know, this just makes it feel like the Bruno tier's too big. You know what, maybe I can adjust it. I think Bruno tier should be 2 hours. And I'll adjust the F tier to 145. Okay, yeah, I think that's better. But yeah, it's going to take a while to fill this tier list, which is why, for now, we're going off the leaderboard. And Axio actually did make notes for me. I didn't ask him to, he just chose to. But it's going to be really rough. My Magneton's going to straight up be worse. But if we were to compare to another bad electric type, we have played the game with Plusle and Minun. Plusle and... where's Minun? Where's Minun? Did I never put Minun's results on the leaderboard? Oh, I must not have. Whoops. Can you import your leaderboard via file? No, I can't. These are just raw. This is raw text. And here's the other thing. My leaderboards did not have blackouts tracked on them, and my new tier lists will have blackouts tracked on it. So I will have to rewatch the VODs anyway. Huh, I guess I never put Mining's results on here. Is it hidden? No. Weird. I'll add that later. Anyway, Minin was worse than Plusle. That's all I can say. So I'm thinking of making the over-under 2 hours. I think 2 hours to 2:05. I think... Well, is this going to be worse than Plusle? The thing is, Plusle had a very horrific Brock split. It's just pure luck. It was awful. Electrode's going to have a better Brock split than that. So maybe I think 145 to 150. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go over the summary of these notes real quick. Electrode is so fast, a minus speed nature is a no-brainer, soundproof over static to minimize static proc text, plus soundproof lets you ignore supersonic screech and sing. Plus attack may seem off, but it's very important for Giovanni 3. A plus special attack nature isn't needed due to how much overleveling we're going to need for Giovanni. I don't know if Blood Moon Ursaluna is good. I know the card's pretty good. So here's what we have to do for the Brock split. Ignore fighting wild Pokemon that give speed EVs. They're completely worthless. In Viridian Forest, if you run into Caterpie, Metapod, or Kakuna, defeat them for HP and defense. They do have a seismic impact against Rhydon. Let's see, fight Bugcatcher Charlie. Drop off your Rat and Bird at Pewter. We'll pick them up at Vermilion, where we have to pick up Versus Seeker. Spend all your money on repels. We're going to blackout grind for XP and defense EVs on Brock. We want to be level 16 after KOing Onix. We're going to use 2 candies to be 21 before Misty and Rival 2. Fight Camper Liam. And then don't heal after Liam in order to let Onix KO you easily. From there, blackout grind until level 16. Use charge to minimize frames. Screech wastes more frames overall. Dang, I actually went into detail here. But basically, if my goal is to avoid speed EVs, I should try to avoid fighting the trainers with Weedle. But then again, the final Bugcatcher has Weedle, but with Sonic Boom, I believe we'll easily two-shot the Geodude guaranteed. We can probably just rush straight to him. Alright, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, you want to know a fun fact? During the very first turn in this rival fight in Fire Red and Leaf Green, all of your moves actually skip accuracy checks. You know that text box that popped up when Professor Oak talked about dealing damage? Until that first text box pops up, all of your moves bypass accuracy checks. That was their way of making Bulbasaur and Squirtle slightly easier without just making Tackle 100%. Like, for some reason, they just did not want to make Tackle 100% accurate, so that was their solution. Because they wanted the player to use a turn 1 Tackle, but they didn't want the player to have a turn 1 Tackle miss. So that was their solution to it. I actually tested this with hacking in different moves. I made my starter use Tackle on the rival starter, which was using Dig, and it actually hit underground. So, yeah, it's actually a thing. Pretty funny. So I knew during that very first turn, Sonic Boom was not going to miss. And if you're wondering if this applies to moves like Horn Drill, no, it does not. Those moves use a completely different formula. Also, this is the first time I played Fire Red and Leaf Green this whole year. The last time I actually played Fire Red and Leaf Green was actually December 12th, I believe, when I did the Kyogre stream. For Daily December. You know what? This guy gives all HP and defense. I'm gonna fight him. I think this is my first time doing Fire and Leaf Green on the new Super Shucky. Because the last time I played this, I definitely was playing on Bizhawk. Yeah, Super Shucky's definitely very smooth. Alright, Sandshrew give defense, I think. Alright, so yep, the plan here, we're just gonna Blackout Train till we get to level 16. What Hisuian Pokemon you thought would make possible solo backport runs? I can backport almost anything. I have done Hisuian Pokemon before. Like, Decidueye. You know, this would be a really great time if Electrode started with Self-Destruct. I could actually use Self-Destruct on the Onix to die faster. I ask you, when you were doing the planning, is it actually faster to Blackout Train to Brock for XP instead of, like, fighting all the trainers in Mount Moon, for example? Like, isn't the whole goal getting Spark, or are we fighting them too? Oh, I think Hisuian Decidueye would actually do better in Sun and Moon than regular Decidueye. I hate whenever you do a blackout and you don't have a gym badge. Nurse Joy talks to you for a lot longer. Annoying. And also, I don't know why, but for some reason in the Fire Red and Leaf Green mapper, my stat modifiers don't show up properly. Maybe it's an overlay bug. I don't know. I gotta look at it. We want to do Mount Moon training as well. Brock blackout grinding should be better than Rival 1A and most of the bug catchers. Yeah. I did fight the bug catcher peeing in a tree. He's got the 2 metapods, 1 caterpie. All HP and defense CVs plus really good XP. Oh my god, 3 Rock Tomb misses. Well, Dominic, I'm talking about regular Sun and Moon. Oh, guess what? For the first time today, I've actually successfully done clapping push-ups. I did 4 of them. I'm proud of myself for that. Oh, that was Charlie? Oh. Yeah, what a clapping push-up is, like, think of a normal push-up, right? But when you push yourself up with great force, so you end up in the air just a little bit. You take your hands, do a clap, and then put your hands back on the ground to finish the push-up. Yeah, there were times in my life I've attempted to do them, but I would always fall on my face. Oh. Whoops. Oh well, we were close enough. You have more lower than upper. I feel like before I started seriously working out, I had more lower body strength than upper, but I think now it's kind of the opposite. Like, I actually struggle more with squats than push-ups. It's weird because I work on my feet all day. I'd rather do planks than push-ups or pull-ups. Oh, I can't do a pull-up for the life of me. I can only ever successfully do a pull-up when I get the assistance of stretch bands. I'm a pretty heavy person. For my 5th birthday as a kid growing up, my grandpa got me ankle weights that together weighed 40 pounds. My grandpa's a retired Air Force veteran, decided to train me how to fight. Hey, trained you well. Alright, what machine does pull-ups? Like, what is that? Well, that's not a great start. I mean, it technically is easier to work out at home, but I just go to my friend's place because I think it's a lot easier to work out and push yourself when there's someone else there doing it with you. Like, if you're by yourself, you really can't motivate yourself. Grab Thief? Are we actually teaching it at some point? Alright, thanks for the reminder. I guess I should read. I can fight this guy. Let's see, level 19 is our goal. Before Nugget, Bridge, Rival, or Misty, we're going to use 2 cannons, get 21 for Spark. Grab Thief, teach it overcharge. Fight the cliff. Ah. Oh, hey guys, in my casual Fire Red or Leaf Green playthrough on my Switch, I actually have a Primeape on my team. I named it Ganon, like like the pig monster from Zelda. I actually taught it the Thief TM, went to Route 15 to some black belts, stole the black belt item, and then immediately unlearned the move. Oh. You know what? Yeah, actually, that'd be a good idea. If we can get 20, that saves us a candy. Why did I get that? I have distractions. That's why I don't exercise also. Yeah, it's pretty much why I forced myself to go somewhere else. Like, the environment matters, too. Huh. Interesting. Sonic Boom is not a sound-based move. Nice. Having the ability to block Supersonic is very clutch. Alright, Spark. Delete Tackle. Oh, that's nice, Dominic. Let's see. Misty is free. Nugget Bridge Rival's free. Nothing happens in Nugget Bridge. Thief is going to do more damage for Rock Ground types and Sonic Boom. You'll have to grab the Death Ether for Thief's low PP for Rock Tunnel. Okay, it's not really the Death PP and Ether and Fire and Leaf Green because you have more generous bag space. But I like how you called it that. Get Secret Power, Versus Seeker, go to the SSN, do not grab Rest. Rival 3 is bad. It seems like the next little bit's going to be kind of normal. My friend into personal trainer mode. Dang. Does she go, like, full Sergeant Gunny Hartman on you? And Electrode's doing pretty great at this point. You know, it really makes you wonder, how would Electrode do in Generation 1 if it got Thundershock at level 1? Hey, Poke Guy. Will you be playing champions? I'm not exactly sure. I do like doing competitive battles, but I'm not sure how the game's gonna work. I do remember people online complaining about that you're gonna have to like pay for like in-game currency to like get like mega stones and stuff. And apparently during the game's launch, there's only gonna be 30 team slot. There's only gonna be 30 PC slots for the free version. And people are whining about that, saying like it's creating a cost barrier to playing competitive. And I'm thinking, dude, it's a free game. Like, of course there's going to be that kind of stuff in it. And then when they talk about like a paid barrier into playing competitive, the main series games themselves are already $70. That's already the pay barrier. And besides, like Showdown online's always free. But Showdown is what they're going to be, or Champions is what they're going to be using in actual tournaments from now on. Whoops. I hope 5 Thieves is going to be enough. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. Dude, Fire and Leaf Green is so smooth on this. It's nuts. I mean, it's not like it's playing better than RetroArch. RetroArch still ran these at 240 frames per second. But I think the main difference is RetroArch did like dropping frames. So like it did look more stuttery, but it was still playing at 240. But it does definitely feel a lot more responsive too. Apparently people looked at the screenshots during some of the promotional trailers. There was one with a Mega Delphox. They showed like a Mega Delphox in battle and there was Japanese text on the screen. Someone actually translated it, and Mega Delphox's new ability is going to be Levitate. I'm not sure how well it's going to go, because from what I've read, Delphox really prefers the ability to use Psychic Terrain, but Levitate users are immune to terrain, so people are wondering if it's even going to be worth using your Mega slot on it. Because if the battles are going to go back to the way they used to be with Megas, you can only use 1 Mega per battle, and it'll stay Mega'd until it dies. The question is it worth using your 1 slot? Rock Tunnel Gauntlet shouldn't be too bad. Fight the Onyx Hiker instead of the 25 Geodude Hiker. Make sure you save before them, especially Dudley. In Route 8, fight the 2 Clefairy Trainer for HP EVs. Do not do the Gambler. And Celadon grab Eevee for Vaporeon. Delphox wants to use Expanding Force. Doesn't that have to do with terrain as well? I forgot Misty. Did I seriously forget Misty? Whoops. I guess things were just going so smoothly I forgot. If only I had access to teleport. It's not going to take long for me to run back. I mean, I could just bike back to Surge later. But if I recall correctly, I think someone timed it, at least for red, blue, and yellow. It's only worth delaying Surge like if you can't beat Surge, but going to the SSN and then back up to Misty and then biking to Surge later, it's about roughly the same amount of time to bike from Celadon to Vermilion as just walking back. Like, yeah, it's all the same amount of time. Oh, I'll need my HM users back. Yeah, actually, I was able to find that out. The slight time waste. But then again, this is Electrode we're playing. It's gonna have a lot worse problems later. Oh. Puzzle. Give me a sec. Oh, I should have, I used PK Hex to hack my starter in. I forgot to make sure about the trash puzzle. That's fine, I can, There we go. In the past, I would actually freeze the game, the Pokebite property. I can't do that in this game because it can actually cause problems, but I need to just remember to set that in PK Hex next time. Does Surge's Raichu have a citrus berry in this game? I don't think any of the gym... No, it doesn't. Okay. Because I was thinking I could use Thief on it. Gift Shop Manager Surge. Here's the funny thing. Shockwave is actually worse than Spark. Shockwave has 60 power while Spark is 65. I'm gonna teach it now, though. I guess get rid of Screech. Oh, I'm paralyzed. I wonder if Secret Power would do more damage. Oh, yeah. If Shockwave is bad, tell that to the double team spammer in the fog. Okay. Oh my god. Thankfully, this isn't like Yellow version where that Cubone would just always spam Bone Club because of good AI. You know what's funny? If that Oddish puts me to sleep, it literally can't do anything. Nice flinch. Yeah, we're actually fighting this guy because this Onyx does not have any ground moves. Normally, I would fight the Hiker with 1 Geodude, but the Hiker with 1 Geodude has, Magnitude. And this guy here ends up being one of the scariest people. Alright, I'm gonna need to use an Ether on Thief. Other than Dudley, the TNT Hiker. Yeah, I don't know what it is with the Hikers in this game, but I swear, like, their AI is random. Because I have actually done this game with Scyther before, and I've seen Dudley use Magnitude on it. 7. Right now, in my Switch copy of Leafgreen, I have a Golem that still has Magnitude. Because I don't want to use the Earthquake TM on it. I want to actually get it by level up, but it's going to take a while. I mean, I haven't beaten Giovanni yet. I just beaten Koga. Alright, time to go buy some Super Repels in Lavender. Alright, I'm gonna fight this guy too for the experience. Plus, I think Grimer and Muck give defense EVs. Oh no, it's 1 attack, 1 HP. No, I'll take those. I hate those little Pokemon. You know, in the original Red and Blue, the Clefairy could actually trap you. Wait, I bought Super Repels. There's no need... Oh yeah, I still need a Water Stone. If you buy your Super Repels in Lavender, there's no reason to go in here in the remakes. Unless you want vitamins. Alright, Tower Rival is a joke. In Tower, grab the Nugget and Big Mushroom, save before the Ghost Marowak. And then in the mid-game Safari Zone, Partial Sylph Thunderbolt TM, Koga, Psych Attack EV Training, Vitamin of the Day, plus Return, plus Route 12 Candy. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. Dang, Cape Brink. Okay, I have to go to 2 Island to get the candy. That rare candy on 4 times speed takes like 3.5 minutes. It doesn't take long to get, but the problem is if you go there, you have to complete the side quest. Oh my god. See what I mean? At least I had an escape rope. I am rusty as fuck, man. Do I want rollout? I don't think so, no. Probably PP up Thief. Okay. You want the black glasses? Man. Wonder how Scott will do with the Elite Four rematch with Electrode. He'll probably need level 100 with Double Team. That's what Axie told me. Oh my god. I know I have Shockwave, okay? I wasn't thinking about it. The strongest. Yeah, those grunts are powerful. You don't mess with those guys. Well, good thing I grabbed a spare cherry berry. I probably should have used an ether on Thief. It'll be fine. Ow! That was a critical hit fake out. You know what? I deserved to get lucky from that. I deserve that. I don't have Scott's spinner patch on. I just figured with that spinner only having one Pokemon guarding the Nugget, if I encounter her, then oh well. Oh. I forgot the big mushroom. Hey, actually, why do I need the big mushroom? Am I having to use the move relearner, or is it just for money? Okay. Just selling? Okay. That was lucky. We want to get Thunderbolt ASAP. Oh, okay. Let's see. After this whole section, teach Sub over Sonic Boom, Safari Zone for the high money items, and partial Sylph with more items. We'll do more training in Sylph after the Sevi Islands for XP. We don't want to fight the rocket grunts with speedy beats at the first visit. Use only irons and the calcium. Sell the rest of the vitamins, including proteins, for Thunderbolt. We'll get a lot of attack EVs from Psych training. After partial Sylph, get Thunderbolt, teach it over Secret Power, and head to Koga. Okay. If you're close to level 30... Oh, I'll be close to that. We want to attack EV... We want to top off our EVs at 236 or 240 EVs instead of at the max. It's for damage ranges specifically to make Giovanni's 3's Nidoqueen at level 75 easier. Oh, this is going to be awful. Oh, man. Alright, what do I teach? Get rid of... I think I can get rid of Shockwave. Alright, I can also go ahead and get the Psychic TM too. Oh, what am I doing? I hate this guy. May as well teach Return when you get Thunderbolt. Alright. That is the most useless teleport. Whoa. Thankfully, this grunt is nowhere near as scary as he is in red, blue, and yellow because this Hypno doesn't have hypnosis anymore. Alright, Focus Punch, Water Pulse, Roar, Bulk Up, Bullet Seed, Sunny Day. So the only vitamins I'm going to use are irons and calciums. Those are the only ones I'll use. Alright, now we gotta go fight Koga. Let's see. If you're close to 38, fight. Alright, so I need a minimum of 38. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. That's not good. Yep, this is a blackout. Did that thing just recover it? What? You guys all saw that, right? He used like 2 turn 1 recovers, then a future sight. Oh, that was an annoying blackout. Full HP recover. Yeah, that blackout was just because one, I didn't heal, and 2, it was the turn 1 poison gas that poisoned. That was pretty unlucky. Honestly, maybe I should have used Substitute. You know, pretty much every week in Scott's Discord, I'll do a first attempt playthrough with him in Crystal. I would offer to do it in Fire and Leaf Green, but I don't want to play by his rules on that. I don't want to play the game with evolution lines. Besides, I'm sure he enjoys playing Fire and Leaf Green. Another reason I just offered to help do first playthroughs of him in Crystal is because he's openly stated Crystal's one of his least favorite games to play, like for video preparation. But me doing it with him, actually, he told me it helps him a lot. Alright, so now the plan here is to EV train and attack till we're at roughly 236. Because not only do we need all the experience for Giovanni, but we need all the EVs too. I wonder if I can get away with using return to save on text. Probably not now. And you guys may be wondering, hey, where is the Macho Brace? You need the item finder for it, and it's underneath where Giovanni is standing in his gym. So it's straight up useless in this game. You just can't get it. So in the bottom right, you'll see my Versus Seeker counter is at 4. That means it needs 96 more steps to recharge. As soon as it's fully recharged, it'll go from 99 to 0. Little tip, when you use the Verse Seeker here, have that other fisherman, the 6 Magikarp guy, be on screen at the same time. Because normally, if no one in the vicinity wants to challenge you, the game will pop up a text box that says, "No one wants to battle, please try again later." But if there's someone on screen that you've never fought before, even if Fisherman Psych here does not want to battle me, just because that other guy's on screen, it won't play the text box. You actually discovered that time save. Is Scott allergic to the Versus Seeker? I think he just hasn't seen, like, the true potential of it. I mean, a lot of the Pokemon he plays with aren't going to need to do this, but maybe when he does the Voltorb line, maybe. I think maybe he just thinks of it as like a way to get XP, but he thinks it's slower because, like, oh, what if the guy doesn't want to battle me? That was wasted time. I think he's thinking of it in that perspective, not from the perspective of EVs. Plus, I mean, obviously, like, it would be faster for me to full clear Silphco rather than fight this guy. The reason I'm not full clearing Sylph right now is because, well, one, I'm gonna have to do them anyway. And two, I need the attack EVs. If I did not need the attack EVs, I probably wouldn't be doing this right now. But yeah, the Verse, if you don't really care about EVs, then the Versus Seeker is just like a last resort, basically. Like, for example, what's faster for training? Fisherman Psych or Victory Road Trainers? The answer is Victory Road Trainers, and it's not even close. Victory Road Trainers are straight up better. But the one problem, though, is they're not rematchable. If they were rematchable, it'd be awesome. But Versus Seeker doesn't work in caves for some reason. So I think the Versus Seeker is only helpful for two things. If you need a bunch of a specific EV for one of the later fights, or B, you need an extraordinarily high level, because training on Psych right here is actually faster than Blackout training in the league. Well, it depends on how far you can get. If you can beat Lorelei, Bruno, but then lose to Agatha, doing that would be faster than this. But I remember when I had to play some first stage Pokemon where they had to remain first stage, like Plusle and Minun are good examples of this. They had to do Fisherman Psych not only for attack EVs, for Giovanni, but I needed a buttload of experience. Oh, here's the other problem. Remember when I mentioned Victory Road Trainers? Those trainers are not accessible until after Giovanni. If I don't have access to those trainers, then this ends up being the best way to get a buttload of XP real quick. But honestly, I think Versus Seeker training is the most helpful for Pokemon that need a high level for either Blaine or Giovanni. Like, if you're playing like a first stage grass type, you may want to do this training for Blaine, but if you're doing an electric type, I don't know why sometimes my Versus Seeker counter gives up. And blackouts. Yeah, 9 of them were on Brock. 1 of them was on Juggler Kirk. Yeah, it was weird. For some reason, if the guy I'm rematching doesn't want to battle, the Versus Seeker thing doesn't go up. It's so weird. Juggler Sean? I'm pretty sure it was Juggler Kirk. Wasn't it Juggler Kirk? Or maybe Kirk's the one with the Hypno. Yeah, it's Kirk. Alright, so now we're going to be spamming return. This will be faster without printing the text, super effective text box. This will save frames. Also, theoretically, if you wanted to, you could rematch the 6 Magikarp guy for 6 Speed EVs. I mean, this guy right here gives 7 attack EVs every time you fight him. Wait a minute. Use these. Regieleki Jr. doesn't need speed EVs. True, it doesn't. Alright, how many attack EVs do we need? 236 or 240? Let's see. After you're done with Psych, Vitamin of the Day, Iron's high priority. Iron's very important for champions. Right on. Close to the vitamin cap, grab HP up. If you have leftover money, grab calciums. Yeah, it's a monster house of all Goldings. Afterwards, get the Route 12 candy. Surf down to Cinnabar, clearing out trainers for XP. Yeah, once I reach the attack EVs I need, it'll no longer be faster to only train on Psych. Like, I will need to fight everybody else. I wonder if doing this on the bike would be faster. Probably isn't, honestly. No, it's not. We might be able to skip the Sevi Island candy. What's the minimum? What level? When are we using candies, Giovanni? Are we candying to 75? Yeah, we did save that one early candy, so we could skip it. Are we candying to 75 for Giovanni, correct? You know, I really should have prioritized buying protein before doing this, but at the same time, getting Thunderbolt kind of made it difficult. Before Gym Leader Warren. Okay. Dude, here's the thought. What if you did a first playthrough with Scott and Fire with both non-evolving Pokemon? Maybe. But I don't think there's many of those, and besides, he actually enjoys doing, he enjoys doing his Fire Red playthroughs on his own. It was Crystal he was having a tough time enjoying, but I do enjoy Crystal solo runs a lot. So I offered to do them with him. We need the training anyway. True. Alright, I really don't want to go back to my house and heal, so I'm gonna use a Max Ether. I mean, I don't think Scott hates Emerald runs. I think it's just because he compares himself to Ike too much. I mean, don't get me wrong, during the backports, I seem to be doing that a lot, just because Ike is just a naturally better player than most people give him credit for. It's just very hard to beat him. I've beaten him a few times, but it is hard. Alright, this will be the last time. I personally think Emerald is one of the more boring games for me to solo run because of the massive evil plotline in the mid-game. Like, the early sections of Emerald is fine, it's the mid-game that's a slog. Right. How much money do I have from all this? Just oh, 38,000. That was not as much as I thought. Alright, so 2 iron. Alright, and let's see if I can, okay, let's see if I can sell something. Oh, I've reached the vitamin threshold. Ike is the final boss. Yeah, and the worst part is, like... when was this? During our last Mega Pokemon, Mega Altaria, Ike literally got the luck he needed where it mattered most in both runs. And I knew I couldn't stand a chance because of that. It really irritates the crap out of me whenever he does that. Like, I know it's not his fault, but you know when you're being very competitive, and then just like in the few fights where luck determines it, and then Ike gets the perfect luck both times, it's disheartening. Time to calibrate the EVs for Rhydon. Was I supposed to have 255? I mean, if so, like, I can just get an extra level or two, if that's a big deal. Yeah, for those wondering why I had to do Psych first, instead of clearing out Sylph, I did not want to have Electrode get a bunch of crappy, useless EVs. It matters more for defense. Oh, okay. Wait, what? He trained on attack EVs, though. Oh, you're seeing how much damage we do to Rhydon. Okay. Oh. I'm just checking the damage range to where Rhydon doesn't see the KO after one substitute. Also in Fire and Leaf Green, with how big Sabrina's gym is, it's actually faster to do the puzzle the traditional speedrun way, not the up, down, down, left thing. Alright, let's go do Erica now. Electrode has a funny sprite in red and blue. Its front sprite? Thought it was okay. From the looks of it, level 79 lets us avoid the Earthquake KO range after one substitute. So what you're telling us is, on the champion, we have to be level 79 for us to use substitute on the Pidgeot, and for Rhydon to not see a guaranteed knockout and go for Rock Tomb instead. That makes a lot of sense. Plain. Or Scary Face. Okay. I can never remember the red-green sprites. Here's an interesting thing. Are you familiar with a lot of the artwork on the Pokemon cards from the base set Fossil Jungle era? Most of the Ken Sugimori artwork on those cards effectively look like the red and green sprites. If you take a look at it for yourself, you'll see. Like, especially Mewtwo. Like, Mewtwo's red and green front sprite looks a lot like the card from base set. I mean, Annie, electric types in this game just have to get attack EVs. Plus, Lynn had to do the same thing. Will Electrode blow up the game, or is it damp? Well, we technically don't have self-destruct or explosion. Having self-destruct in the early game actually would have made some things faster. Dude, my attack stat is higher than my special. Oh, right, Intimidate. Dude, I'm a champ. No need for substrats. Alright, so wait, we need to be level 79 after. Or, we need to be 70... Wait, no. we need level 75 at the minimum. And I have 8 candies, and there's 2 rare candies around the region I didn't get. Hold on, I'm pausing. Where are the candies we're missing? Route 12. Warden's house. That's 10 candies. The Mount Moon would be the 11th, but I've used that. Honestly, I think we do need I do think we need that rare candy. I mean, I am lacking some training, but I still think we need that candy, so I'm gonna go get it. He's getting to level 20 in the Misty Split was fine. True. Yeah, a bunch of the other cards are a similar way, too. Like, if you look at a PNG image of all the red and green front sprites, a bunch of them do bear a striking resemblance to their first ever trading card. Some not so much. Yeah, I do like the original red and blue Haunter Ghastly Gengar sprites. Not the red and green Gengar sprite, though. That one's just garbage. Alright, I'm gonna go fight a bunch of these trainers on this route that I skipped. Are there any other rare candies I skipped? I mean, the one in Victory Road can't count because I don't have access to it yet. The Warden candy. Oh, right, that's the only one I'm missing. So that'll get me to 10 candies. Honestly, I should have full cleared Sylph. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, back to training here again. I mean, maybe this guy is better than the Rocket Grunts. It still would have been a good idea to fight him. At least the good ones. I think Thief should one-shot Psych now. Nope. No, it does not. Wait a minute. How many candies do I have? 9 candies. Oh, hold on. 10. Route 12 is the 11th candy. Yeah, Thief has mainly just been for the Rhyhorns. Alright, so now we have 11 candies, so we need level 64. That is actually the rare candy we saved earlier on. Instead of needing 65, now we only need 64. Wait, Magneton doesn't learn Thief? That sucks. Alright, this should be the last time. Yep. Has to wait for Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon's not in this game. I just realized I never sold my nuggets. Yeah, without these attack EVs and this high of a level, Warren would be a lot harder. At least Behem knows Steel Wing. Oh wait, wrong generation. Behem's not in this game. I am amazed I never got poisoned. You know what's funny? This EV spread reminds me of Black and White. If Electrode was playing in Black and White, these are what the EVs would look like. Wait, why did I do that? I could have just used the arrow tiles. Oh well. Alright. Old Pechaberry. Alright, Thief guarantees the first Rhyhorn and cleanly two-shots the second, even without black glasses. Level 75. We have two 40 attack EVs. So return is a 56% chance to one-shot Nidoqueen. And I got the crit anyway. I think the reason the first Rhyhorn was nowhere close to a knockout was because I think Axew did the notes assuming 100 special attack EVs. In Victory Road, grab the last candy, fight a couple of trainers to level 77, and then use the last candy to start at 78. Lorelei sweep. Oh. For the hiker, equip black glasses. Substitute and pray Onyx doesn't use Earthquake. Thief the Onyx. Black glasses lets us two-shot. Without the glasses, there's a small chance to not two-shot it. I will say, Electrode is playing a lot better in this game than it was in the original games. Electrode in the original games is awful. Like, Electrode in yellow version is terrible. You essentially have to rely on mimicking double team. But if you were to ban that strat, you would be need to be a much higher level. Oh, you guys want to see something cool? Let me fight this trainer first. Naomi. Alright, check this out. Oh look, I'm gonna get the rare candy. Oh wait, I messed it up. Go down here, and the boulders reset. I think it has to do with map coordinate chunks. Like maybe when you're at a certain part of the map, actors unload. Would Magneton be able to beat the game without double team and mimic and fire with Leafgreen? I have the notes. I haven't read them yet. Hyper Beam is not in the game corner in this game. It is in red, blue, and yellow, but in this game you just buy it from the store. Hidden Power got 1984'd. True. Oh, you meant in red, blue, yellow. Oh, okay. I know Scott really does not like depositing HM users. I agree for Gen 4, you want to avoid it if you can, because, you know, in Gen 4, when it has the now saving a lot of data, it will do that every time you mess with the PC boxes. You only want to do it when absolutely necessary. I think in Fire Red and Leaf Green, it's always absolutely necessary, just because you don't want to get hit with Whirlwind from the Pidgeot, because most of the time, you're going to want to be doing setup on it, or setting up a substitute, and you don't want to give it that chance. Like, depositing the HM users in Fire, Leaf, Green, and Emerald is so fast. Like, the slight, like, inconvenience is going to be worth it just to avoid the headache. Dude, I'm so fast, I don't think that even mattered. Okay, that might have mattered. Uh-oh. Wow. I am so fast. I probably was at -4 speed and I still outsped. Yeah, I need to figure out why my modifiers aren't working. I will say, though, did you guys expect this Pokemon to be doing this good? I mean, yes, this isn't a top-tier performance at all, but for an electric type in Kanto, this is a really good time. I fear the day I have to do Voltorb. I think what really helped Electrode was I didn't have to grind before Brock. If this was Voltorb, and with Voltorb I needed like level 16 for Sonic Boom, then this run would be a lot worse. But starting with Sonic Boom at level 1 made a huge difference. Yeah, Magnemite would be a bigger fear, yeah. Our champions: Substitute, Thunderbolt the Flying types, Thief, Rhydon, Return Alakazam, Thief Executor. If Light Screams up, use Return. At level 79/80, depending on the defense, if he's Rhydon will not see the KO. Oh shoot, I should have used a Substitute. Okay, this still worked. Latios. Oh, dude, Latios. Latios would not be that in this game because there's no dark types. I would just beat Brock with Psywave. I'm gonna quickly use a sub. $125.51. 10 blackouts, 0 resets. Dude, this was a 0 reset playthrough. That is insane. $5:30 game time. How many of you guys voted under? 62% of you guys. I've played Rhyhorn in Leafgreen, and if you give it the proper EV training, Rhyhorn's actually pretty decent. I beat the game with like 3 resets. Alright, so even though my tier list is completely empty right now, I will add our first Pokemon to it. Alright, Electrode. Game time of 5:30. Real time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 51 seconds. Level 80. 0 resets. 10 blackouts. And Emerald would be a failure. Yeah. Oh yeah, Sonic Boom at level 1 was a huge difference. But if we take a look at the tier list, we actually scored a spot in the F tier. Because I have F tier anywhere from over 120 to under 145. I think that's the range where, like, it's a bad Pokemon for this game, but it's not super, super bad. Like, Electrode was still not a good Pokemon in this game, because the only reason it looked good was because we did the proper time investments. I can guarantee you, if this was a blind playthrough, I did not do EV training at all, this would be a million times worse. So because of that, we were able to get it a spot in the F tier. I mean, honestly, I feel like that's as good as Electrode is going to hope for. But yeah, definitely, when I end this stream, I'm going to insert the rest of my Leafgreen runs. There's a lot of them that need to be put in here so I can retire these old leaderboards. But you know what? Yeah, why don't we take a look at a Voltorb set? Voltorb. Sonic Boom at 15. So right off the bat, it would have to grind to level 15 for Brock. And honestly, I think the early to mid to late game will play very identically. But the biggest difference, we will most likely not only need the full 252 attack EVs with a plus attack nature, we would probably need, maybe instead of 75, we might need level 80 for that guy. So basically, we would have to do more psych training. Plus, the Brock split would be a lot worse. Yeah, hidden power is locked behind pickup. I banned the use of pickup in my runs, in all of my runs, because it could add a kind of luck that's not easily replicatable for other runs. Like, I could use pickup to snag rare candies or nuggets. Like, theoretically, in Emerald, I could use pickup with Zigzagoon to snag, maybe not Emerald, but in Ruby and Sapphire, I could snag up nuggets and get an early Psychic TM. But it would be very, very hard. Hey, Neekonomics. Gonna do another Conquest next year, 15th anniversary. If you're talking about that 100% speedrun I did, that's a one-time thing. I'm not sure I want to do that ever again. I do plan to start speedrunning Pokemon Conquest again. Like right now for speedruns, I'm focused on Legend ZA, but I haven't done ZA speedruns for a few weeks because I've been doing something else with someone offline. But once I get back into ZA and get done what I want to do, then I do plan to go back to Conquest. Yeah, it's nice the game turned 14 today. Too bad the game only ever gets acknowledged once a year, and that's on its birthday. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be on Friday, I believe, where we'll be doing Pokemon Moon with a random species, because I'm finally out of member-requested runs. And as a sneak peek, here's Magneton's set. Sonic Boom at level 16. Yeah. And we do get Thundershock and then Spark. But yeah, we don't get Thief. So honestly, most likely, we're either going to have to use Return or Toxic for the Rhyhorns and the Rhydons. I'll have to see what Axie recommends. But anyway, I'll see you all later.